The night was warm. A harvest moon glowed behind a thickening layer of clouds, and there was excitement in the air, a sense of adventure that caused Rachelle's 17-year-old heart to race. The football field shimmered green under the lights, the crowd loud and anxious, and yet there was more, an undercurrent of electricity that seemed to charge the atmosphere. Maybe it was because tonight was homecoming and the parade of students had serpentined through town. Maybe it was because the Tyler High Hawks were taking on the rivals from Colville. Or maybe it was because Rachelle, after spending her life doing exactly what was expected of her, was about to step out of her quiet, studious, good girl image. She'd already unwittingly lied to her mother and felt more than a tiny twinge of regret. But she wasn't turning back. It was time to experience life a little, walk on the wild side. Well, at least touch a toe on the wild side. She wasn't ready for out-and-out rebellion yet. With an ear-splitting shriek, feedback whined from the speakers. Rachelle winced, but aimed her camera at the plywood platform that had been set up for the pregame ceremony. As a reporter for the school paper, she sometimes took pictures, and tonight, because Carly, the staff photographer, was scouting out drinks at the refreshment stand, Rachelle was stuck with the camera. She didn't mind. Looking through the lens sometimes gave her a clearer view of the person she was interviewing and actually helped her write her article. She zeroed in on Principal Leonard, who, with a big show to the packed stands, turned to one of the students operating the public address system. "And I want it on now. Oh, testing. Uh-oh, there we go." He managed a foolish-looking grin as he tapped the microphone loudly, and his voice boomed into the stadium. "Well, now that we worked out all the bugs in the PA system, let's get on with the festivities." He droned on about Tyler High for a minute, then added, "I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Thomas Fitzpatrick for his generous donation to the school." Across from the stands on the far side of the field, the new electronic scoreboard flashed with 1,000 lights. Fitzpatrick logging was scripted across the top of the scoreboard, and the company insignia was stamped boldly across the bottom. No one who ever witnessed a football game at Tyler Stadium would forget the Fitzpatrick name. Not that anyone in Gold Creek could, Rachelle thought with a wry smile. Click, click, click. She snapped off several shots of the newly lighted display and a few more of the small crowd in the middle of the field. Short and round, Principal Leonard was going on and on about the generosity of the Fitzpatrick family. Rachelle grimaced. The Fitzpatricks were one of the wealthiest families in Gold Creek, and Thomas Fitzpatrick never passed up an opportunity to show off his philanthropy. The two men shook hands. Fitzpatrick was tall and handsome. With broad shoulders and black hair shot with silver, he looked like a politician running for office. It was speculated wildly that with all his money, he would someday enter state politics, all the better for Fitzpatrick Logging, the primary employer for the town, and therefore all the better for Gold Creek, California. A roar of applause rippled through the stadium as Fitzpatrick flashed his often photographed grin and hugged his wife, June, who stood, along with her 3 children, next to her husband. Yep, Rachelle thought, rewinding the film. The Fitzpatricks looked exactly like what they were, the royal family of this California timber town. June was a tall, blonde woman with delicate features, haughty brows, and sculpted cheekbones. Her firstborn, Roy, was blonde as well, but solidly built like his father. Just the year before, Roy had been the star quarterback for the Tyler High Hawks. Now his younger brother Brian was leading the team. Brian stood with the family. He dwarfed Roy because of the thick padding beneath his uniform, and he carried his helmet under one hand. The youngest Fitzpatrick, a girl named Toni, stood a little apart from the family. She was only 14 but already promised beauty, and was rumored to be more trouble than both the boys put together. "Rachelle, hey, get a load of this," Carly sang out, as she balanced 2 soft drinks and wended her way through the ever-thickening throng of people standing on the sidelines. Some of the soda had sloshed over the rim and she was licking her fingers.